is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello. It's very nice to meet you. My name's Anna. Thanks for joining us today, and please subscribe. Before we get started with this video, I want to apologize because I have been MIA for the past month or two. I've actually been avoiding looking at how long it's been because it's been quite a while. I know that we're all sitting in our houses doing nothing, but somehow I have been extremely busy and have had no time to make videos. So I apologize. All of that aside, I'm back. I've been getting a whole bunch of requests and messages from you guys on Instagram and stuff like that. So thanks for always supporting me even though I have not been posting. Anyway, today I'm going to be talking about a kind of highly requested video, which is talking about the WVU Honors College program. I've gotten a few requests to cover this topic, so I'm just going to let you know everything that I know about it. As per usual, it's kind of hard to find out information about anything at WVU because they are a huge school and I don't know, it's just hard to have any information. That's why I'm here. That's literally my purpose on this platform. Let's just get right into it, shall we? So if you've been contemplating whether or not to join the WVU Honors College program, hopefully this video will give you some more clarification on if you should or not. I don't actually know when the deadline is for this coming year, if you're an incoming freshman. I'm just gonna let you know all of the benefits, the drawbacks, whether or not I recommend it, and so forth. To start off, I am a member, or I was a member of the Honors College, so that's how I know the information because I was a part of it. Basically, it's split up into two kind of different programs. So the first one, which is the main one, is the WVU Honors Foundations program. Now this takes place during the first 2 years, so your freshman, sophomore year, or whenever you join, I guess you can also do it. You can apply your sophomore year and do it for sophomore and junior year or whatever, but it's a 2-year program. So I'm just gonna start listing off some of the kind of benefits and how you apply and the good parts about it and the not so good parts about it and whatever. So the first, and I would say the main benefit, is that you get to be in smaller class sizes. So for say a GEF class, say you have to take biology, you can take an honors biology, and all that means is that you're going to be in a biology class with only other honors students, and the class will be about 30 people. I think that's the general amount, which is really good compared to a normal GEF class, which can be up to 300 people. Now I know that everything's kind of different this fall, and really nobody knows what the hell's going on because WVU just cannot get their shit together sometimes. But the point being that you'll always have smaller classes if you choose the honors version of the class, which you can only choose if you are in the honors program. So that was my kind of favorite part about it. You may think that because it's an honors class or an honors section that it'll be harder, and that's honestly really not the case. In all the classes that I took the honors versions of, the teachers would always, usually the teachers would teach a normal 200 to 300 person lecture and then also the honor section. And what I found a lot of times was that the teachers really would actually go a lot easier on the honor students because they trusted you. They knew that you had the initiative and that you were a good student since you're part of the honors program and you applied and you made it and stuff. So they really just will not go as hard on you as other people. For example, my business law class that I took, the guy who taught it also taught the huge 200 person section. And on the first day, he told us that most likely we're all going to get an A because he trusts us and he knows that we are hard workers and everything because we're honor students. I'm 99% sure that all of us got an A. And we didn't have a final exam because he said if you guys are good students and you come to class, I just won't give you a final. And so we didn't even have a final. It was one of the easiest classes that I've taken, but it was also fun. And I also, participated and worked hard and whatever, but we all got A's. If you want smaller classes or if that's been a concern of yours since it's such a big school, I'd recommend applying. Another good benefit of having smaller class sizes is, number one, it's easier to make friends because you're going to be taking classes for your major that are honors classes, so it ends up being kind of a very small sample size of students, and you'll end up having a lot of classes together and making a lot of close connections, which can be hard at a huge school like WVU. Also, you're surrounding yourself with people that actually kind of remotely give a shit about their education, and let me just tell you, there are a lot of people that really do not care, and then I genuinely don't know how they will ever graduate because, WVU does not have the highest average GPA, so sometimes it can be hard to find people that are as motivated as you. So if that's another concern of yours, I would definitely consider joining the honors program. So another thing that you have to keep in mind is that you do have to keep a minimum GPA of 3.5 or plus honors GPA. You have to maintain that for the first 2 years, or a 3.0 cumulative GPA. Another requirement is that you have to complete 5 honors courses within the 2-year program, or 13 credit hours. So there's a couple ways you can do this. Number one, like I said before, you can take an honors section of a GEF class or of any class. Like I took, you know, an honors accounting and an honors econ. It just depends on your major, but they have a lot of different honors classes. Now, another thing you can do if you can't find an honors class in a semester that fits with your schedule or something like that, you can contract a class. Now, what this means is you can have a class that does not have an honors section, and you can go to the professor and say, hey, I need these honors credits. Is there any way that I can contract this class and you just make it a little bit more difficult for me by giving me an extra project or assignment or research opportunity or something? And you basically like fill out a couple forms, submit them, and usually you can contract a class so that it's an honors class. So for example, one semester I couldn't find any honors classes to take that fit with my schedule, and I was in a theater makeup class, which obviously there's no honors course for that because there were like 5 people in it. So I just went to the teacher and I was like, hey, you can say no, because they're always allowed to say no, but I was like, if it's okay with you, can I contract this class as an honors course and just have an extra project? And she was like, sure. So basically she gave me an assignment. I had to do research on like a famous makeup artist and do a bunch of looks and present it in front of the class, and then that was considered an honors course. So that's like a little bit kind of stressful part of the program, is that you have to make sure that you're on top of keeping up with your honors credits that you're required to take. But in general, like, I would not worry about honors classes being harder, because they're really not. Also, if you are looking for a smaller campus feel, I would definitely recommend applying for the honors program. I know for me, like, I wanted a big college, but I also didn't want to get like lost in the crowd, you know what I mean? And I think that that's probably some of your guys' concerns. So if you want a kind of smaller campus feel, I would definitely recommend applying, because like I said, the classes, you can take honors courses and they're a lot smaller and you build a community. They also have a bunch of really cool, like, different honors events and exclusive things that you get to do. For example, on college or on football game days, a lot of times they have like a free barbecue with games and prizes and food and whatever in the Lincoln Hall, which is one of the honors dorms courtyard. So you can go there and hang out, and it's like all free, and it's just like exclusive for honor students. So it really does give that kind of smaller campus feel. So another big benefit that you might want to consider is if you're concerned about the whole dorm situation. WVU has a very wide range of dorms with different accommodations and the niceness and the cleanliness of the dorms. If you want more information on all that, go watch my dorm video. It's in my WVU playlist here on my channel. Basically, there are a couple dorms that are exclusive to honor students, so you can only live in them if you are an honor student. Now, you do not have to live in them. So for example, I was an honor student and I chose to live in Dadisman, which is just a normal dorm that anyone can live in. So you're not required to live in these dorms, but if you want a really nice dorm with AC and semi-private bathrooms, then you can live in one of the honors dorms if you're an honors student. On the downtown campus, there is the honors hall, that's what it's called, and it's in a really great location. The rooms are really nice. I think some of them have like key cards, so it's like a hotel kind of feel. And then on the Evansdale campus, if you want to live there, there's Lincoln Hall. It's right next to the Towers dorms, so you can go and, you know, eat at the dining hall in Towers or do anything that's right there. It's right next to the campus rec center and all these different things. But again, it's just a lot nicer of a dorm. So if you are looking for a really nice dorm and you're also thinking about applying to the honors program, there you have it. Another thing to consider though is that, and again, I have not lived in the honors dorm, so I can only speak from like what I've heard, but they're kind of a bit stricter as far as RAs. They're really quiet, so if you are looking to like party or like be loud or be a rebellious teenager, probably the honors dorms are not for you, but it just depends. You know, it's a case-by-case basis. Everyone is different. Everybody wants something different. Everyone has a different budget, different education levels, yada, 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 okay? Hopefully this information will help you make an educated decision for yourself. So another fun thing is you get a yellow cap and gown if you're an honor student. So if you've ever been to like a WVU graduation, most people have dark blue caps and gowns. pretty ugly. But if this is, you know, a big deal breaker for you, you get a gold cap and gown if you complete the honors program. I don't know if, I think you might have to complete all 4 years of the honors program in order to get that. I'm not positive. I will know next May when I graduate whether or not I met the requirements or not, so updates to come. But that is another consideration, is you get, you know, some special recognition at your graduation. I think they might like call you out and be like, oh, this girl was an honors student, congrats, like, I don't know. Okay, so another very big benefit of the honors program, this is actually, I think, what sold me. Like, I literally couldn't find any information on like what exactly the program entailed, but then I found this out and I was like, you know what, the application process is not that hard. Screw it, let's just apply just cause. And that's what I recommend. If you're on the fence about it, just apply, because the worst thing that can happen is you get rejected, but you probably won't. You get priority registration over your grade. So when you register for a new semester's classes, there's a certain order. So like the seniors go very first, like they go on the first day, and then the second day is like juniors, the third is sophomores, and the fourth is freshmen. So if you're like going to be a freshman, you are absolutely dead last to register. So if you haven't registered for classes yet, just know that you literally get like all the shit classes. Like everyone in the entire university gets to register before you. If you're an honors student, you get to register before everyone else in your class. A lot of people in college, the advisors, there's a lot of advisors at WVU, okay? And some of them are better than others. I luckily have a great one, but I've heard horror stories where advisors have not advised very well, and students have ended up having to take another full year of classes and pay another full year of tuition because their advisors screwed up telling them which classes they needed to take in order to graduate on time. So if you want to avoid that, first of all, just be aware of what classes you need to take when, but also if you join the honors program, you'll be much more likely to get the classes that you need at the right time and graduate on time and avoid paying like $30,000 extra. So you also get honors advising for your major, which basically only means that there's normal advisors in every college. So like in the B&E college, which is what I'm in, there's like a bunch of like maybe 5 advisors for normal students, and then there's one advisor that's specifically for honor students. That's another benefit. If you're nervous about having a shitty advisor that messes up your college career, because it does happen, the honors program, you get a honors advisor, which I assume is a better advisor, I don't know. So to apply, I don't exactly remember. I'm sure the application's online somewhere, but all I remember is I had to write a little like 1-page, it was either about like why I wanted to join the honors program, or like something kind of college essay-esque, like something kind of like what you had to write in your normal college application. It's not very long. I didn't try very hard and I still got in. So lastly, once you complete the Honors Foundations program, which is the first 2 years of college, then you have the option to go on to the Honors Excel program. So it's kind of like a second honors program. It's kind of confusing. What I will say is that, number one, I did not choose to do the Honors Excel program. The reason why I didn't do it is because it's primarily research based, so it's really different for every college or every major, so it really is a case-by-case basis. But basically you have to do these extra hours of research on like whatever topic you choose. Basically, when I talked to my advisor about joining, he was like, well, you apply, you get like recognition at, you know, graduation saying that you were part of the Excel program, you get a gold cap and gown. And I was like, okay, well, if that's really all it is, just for all these extra hours of research that I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to pass on that, because it just seemed like way too much work. Now, I will say though, that was only for the business program back when I had to make the decision, which was a year or two ago. If you're thinking about doing the research program, say you're maybe like a freshman or sophomore right now and you're considering it, if you're a business major, I would highly recommend applying for the Excel program, which is the last 2 years, because I actually was brought in as an honors student to look at kind of a reformed Excel program that they were going to do for the business majors, and it is absolutely amazing. You get to choose between 4 different tracks and really kind of dive into whatever field of business you want to go into. So business obviously is a very like broad topic, and this program gives you so many more opportunities to kind of narrow down your expertise, which will definitely help you get a job later in your life, because you're going to be able to say, yeah, I'm specializing in international business, and I studied abroad, and I took all these international business classes, and I did all this research and blah blah blah. Basically, you'll stand out a lot. So if you happen to be a business major and you happen to be considering the Excel program, I would definitely apply because they're reforming it and it's gonna be really great like next year. Other than that, you know, again, it's different for every major. I don't know all the details on every single major's Excel program, but it will help you stand out. Research is a very like highly acclaimed thing in the college world, so if that's something that you're interested in, like I would do it. I don't know, just talk to your advisor, okay? I'm not your advisor. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have for information. All in all, would I recommend this program? Yes, I would definitely recommend you apply for the honors program. Again, the worst that can happen is they reject you, but they probably won't. And in general, I think that the benefits definitely outweigh the costs. So that's all the information I have on it. I hope this helped some of you guys that were asking me questions about it. And as always, if you guys have any video requests, please leave them down below. If you have any other questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram or comment down below. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Thanks for sticking with me even when I go MIA for a couple weeks. I love you all. Thanks for supporting, and I will be back very soon, I promise. All right, peace out.